Today we will talk about the biggest geopolitical story of the year. It is about Saudi Arabia and Iran. They are not two countries but two extreme sides of the same pole. One is the torchbearer of Sunni Islam, the other represent the Shia version of it. They are fighting since 1979, rivals for more than 40 years. They did not even have diplomatic ties for 7 years. But now they are finally bearing the hatchet, thanks to a peace deal brokered by China. But in this video, we will neither discuss China nor Iran or Saudi Arabia. We will talk about the US. After all, peace in the Middle East will break American Military Industrial Complex or MIC into pieces. Hi and welcome, you're watching Outright. We tell you the right side of the story. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for such outright videos. Today is the worst day for the American defense industry. Why? Because the Middle East or West Asia is trudging towards peace. That means fewer wars in the world, and that means lesser profits for American Military Industrial Complex or the MIC. But what is Military Industrial Complex? The term was coined by former US President Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1961. He defined the MIC as the nexus between the policymakers or lawmakers and the defense industry, those people who manufacture missiles and weapons. So here's how things play out. Lawmakers will make warring policies. They would advocate for massive military budgets. They will lobby for American arms to be sold to friendly nations. And then they will also buy stakes in American defense companies. Eventually, as the production of military equipment goes up, so goes the profit of the defense industry and those lawmakers. This is how the MIC performs. Look at this report. At least 15 lawmakers who shape US defense policy have investments in military contractors. These are the people who always prefer war over peace. These are the people who advocate sending weapons to Ukraine because they know only wars are going to make them richer. Now coming back to Iran and Saudi Arabia, their rivalry was a way for the MIC to mint billions of dollars every year. For example, in 2017, the US and Saudis signed a 10-year, $350 billion defense deal. Saudis spend 5 to 6% of their GDP on buying weapons every year. A lion's share of that budget goes into America's pockets. But why would Saudis buy so much weapons? To counter the Iranian threat and to fight Iran-backed proxies called Houthis in Yemen. It was only because of Iran that Saudi Arabia was dependent on US for weapons, for its security and for peace. So the US spared no efforts to make sure that the ongoing peace talks between Iran and Saudi Arabia get derailed. For instance, last November, US expressed concerns over prospect of Iran attacking Saudi Arabia's oil facilities. Somehow, the Saudis received this intelligence that Iran was going to attack them, giving US an opportunity to remind Riyadh of the Iranian threat. The intelligence, which could very well be planted by US, also aimed at spoiling the ongoing peace talks. Joe Biden always tried to empower Iran to keep Saudis in check. He removed most of the Trump-era sanctions, tried to get it back on board the nuclear deal, and even kept trying to overthrow the Benjamin Netanyahu government of Israel to ward off the threat of an Israeli attack on Iran. But a masterstroke by China, Saudis and Iran failed all of these American efforts. Peace in West Asia is finally dawning. MIC might now try to further fuel the war in Ukraine to make up for the losses. MIC might struggle to survive, but West Asians can now live a new, peaceful and prosperous life.